You got him. We got him. Holy crap. Holy. Here we go. One of the most exciting hands I've played in quite some time. Definitely my favorite one from day one. And it gets really interesting from here. Welcome to the newest vlog where we are everyday winning and bluffing our way to the final table of the Rough Rider Poker Tour and $13,000. Follow me on a day one journey where I am doing some epic bluffs and some interesting traps as we walk our way to a 500,000 chip stack at the end of day one. Everyday winning. Another big step forward in the YouTube channel. I'm going to start doing a traditional vlog in terms of kind of my version of a day in the life of a tournament and a cash game grinder. And this is kind of a test run for what I'm going to be doing this summer for the World Series of Poker, which I'm really excited to bring you guys a day in the life of that. Right now, I am in Billings, Montana, and woke up to a lot of snow. And it's about a 5.5 hour drive for me from Missoula, and I'm going to the convention center where we'll be playing the Rough Rider Poker Tour. So I'm gonna head over there now. I'll do a little walk-up shot where you get to see where that is, and we're gonna do every level. I'm gonna do an update of my chip stack, and I'm gonna try to do 1 to 2 hands per break level. So every break level, I'm going to give you a hand or two, and you're going to follow me on this journey through the tournament. It is a 2-day event, $475 buy-in. The Rough Rider Poker Tour is a great tour, mix of players, recreational and otherwise, very challenging players and some fun players. And I'll bring some hands to you here, and let's go get into the action. Everyday winning. For those that are not as familiar with winter, or in this case spring, in the Mountain West, this is my car that I you can't even tell what it is. It's the Mini Cooper that I bought from Uncle Gary. It's actually a really cool car. Here's the reveal. You ready for this? It's a lot, but it's okay. Rough Rider Poker Tour, on our way over. I'll be starting right around midway through level 2, maybe, yeah, perfect. But a lot of chips and great structure. So let's go. Everyday winning. There's also somewhere on here, Gary's got a Batman logo. Let's go. Let's win this one for Uncle Gary. Billings Hotel and Convention Center. I've had a good run in the Rough Rider Poker Tour the last couple tournaments. I final tabled here at the Red Door 2 tournaments ago and got 8th place. And I was close to a final table the last time. But this place has been a little bit, the convention center has not been the place that I've run the best. But here we go. Friend Raven. Let's go. Time to go into battle. The tournament is right in here through, here we are, the convention center. Walking in. You remember this one from the tag team vlog competition. And here we are.
Whoa!
There's Keith. How are you feeling today, Keith?
7 out of 10.
What he meant to say was he's everyday winning.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
How's it going? All right, so what's the over-under on numbers for this event?
We came in hoping for 350, but the weather's pretty bad, so we'd probably be happy to eclipse 300 at this point.
All right, 300. Here we go, guys. We're at 28 minutes left, and what level is it?
We're in level 2.
Level 2. Everyday winning. Let's go. Great spot right underneath the protection screen. Some really tough players here. Zach Shields making his debut of the Rough Rider from Missoula. Very tough player. That's him right there. He's in the 2 seat. And then Frank Lucero is in the 1. And then also, we've got Peter Asmuth, who you'll remember from other vlogs. He's in the 4 seed. He won back-to-back Rough Rider tournaments at the Red Door. Anyway, let's go. It's time to run up a stack. Lines are 200, 300. And we start with 50,000 chips. And we got one of my favorite dealers, Raven, in the box. She's awesome. She was at the Cash Game vlog last night at Bugsy's.
Yeah, I played one there. I had to like get at my table if it was just like being gifted of like either like accumulations or stuff else and just being gifted before just shipping it off. It was just taking it back.
That's it.
Just feels like so soft. And then I just couldn't catch a hand.
Oh,
Watching all these
part
all
one.
day.
Step one, get a soft lineup. Step two, run above average.
2,200?
22.
Even average.
Yeah, but you know, running above average is great. So you get a soft lineup and you run a little bit above average. That's what you just like.
Oh man, you busted me in the second chance tournament at the Red Door.
Did I?
I knew I recognized you. You can see I'm doing a little bit of verbal engagement here. Very strong flop for ace queen, queen 10, 6, 2 diamonds. Kind of planning the route for this hand at this point. Getting her to call. This board is so strong right now, but it's also draw heavy. So we will be protecting this hand depending on what the turn card will be. But we're planning to barrel at least 2 streets, maybe 3 streets. So she calls here. We really want to get called, and we'll proceed from here. Damn, I wish I hadn't thought about that mid-hand. I checked.
He makes 14,000
14,000 and 3 bounties or combined? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like one bounty.
That's a 1K, right?
Yeah. Jason, you played combined at the Orleans, which was, I think it's like
I called.
$350 with a $100 add-on or something. To get
King for the straight.
and he
All right. Nice hand, nice hand.
with a 7.
So on the turn, Jack is not an ideal card, completes multiple straight draws, brings in 2 pair. We check now for pot control and also to potentially trap on the river. The river is not a great card, but we're planning to call most rivers. The 9 hits, she bets. And, you know, we've controlled the size of the pot and we have induced some bluffs here. So we pay off with top pair, top kicker. We're deep stacked, so it's not a big blow to the stack. We call, she rolls over the king 9 for a turn straight. So the turn check was very good. And yeah, we lose the hand, but a well-played hand nonetheless. And we're gonna see how we can get value in position against a player like this.
Did I have? I don't think I
You
did.
did, you did.
Did I?
You're definitely good.
I checked. Oh shit. Strong flop for king 10. We flop top pair, draw heavy board again. So we c-bet. Zach, friend of mine from Stockman's in Missoula, calls. The turn card is safe. He and I have some history. We check to induce a bet from him, which ends up happening here. And I'm really probably planning to check call lead river against safe rivers if I think he might check back. So we check the turn, get the bet, and make the call here, which is a good spot to be in with a strong top pair. Man. There's a lot of hands I can't beat now, but I think you probably have clubs. Not an ideal river card here when the 3 of clubs hits. A lot of his semi-bluffs, he's barreling the turn after we check, and the flush draw, the front end flush draw from the flop comes in. I check the river, and he bets about 40% pot. He bets 5,000 into 12,000. I pull in a Granu here by tanking for a long time, saying I think he has a flush, and then calling. As I said before, we're pretty deep stacked, so it doesn't kill our stack here. And Zach is a capable person who might bluff with a jack or a queen 10, some of the missed draws. So we call, pay him off, and he rolls over the queen 8 of clubs for a rivered flush. I check.
Really?
You feel like you're in the middle of a booby trap? Surrounded from all sides. $13,500.
13,500.
What is it?
13,500.
Oh, those are pretty cards.
It's heavy, you know.
I have a better trips. Oh, we'll tell you what Zach had. Zach, you had the
Yeah, Jack 10 of spades. Flop the flush draw with a gutter.
I flopped a gutter.
There's
with a
five-way
pair.
action with a $6,000 bet.
Classic
On the
Rough
flop.
Rider hand right here.
I turn top pair. Everybody checks. I have all intentions of check raising all in.
I Jedi mind tricked the table, as you just saw, which I said, what did I say? He's in a booby trap or something. He's in
And then Miles and another player beat the case 7 on the river.
a case 7. Yeah. And so I bet 13,500. It goes Zach calls, another call, wild. So.
And he outkicked 7-8 with 7-9.
Oh yeah, outkick the 7-8. That is some run good for sure. All right, man. Thanks for taking the time. Good luck. Let's bring it home for Missoula and Stockman's. All right. So yeah, we're on the first break. 116,000 chips. It looks like the average stack is 55,000. So we're in great shape, and bring some more hands throughout the day. Everyday winning. 60% folding. Talk yourself into a call. Everyday bluffing. Never raising. Okay, so that was the biggest failed bluff attempt so far. Defended the big blind, king deuce of spades. Flop comes with 7-5-4. I lead out small and very small, 1200. Turn pairs a 7. I lead out 6500. River's a 9. I fire 20,000. And he was very close to folding and ended up getting called by ace-5. So at this point of the tournament, we're really trying to accumulate chips. We're trying to figure out a way to run up a stack. It's a multi-flight tournament. He knows that. He's also trying to do the same thing. And my thought is, once I fire the second bullet, second barrel, I got to be willing to fire again. And yeah, almost worked. Almost picked up a really huge pot. But now we're back to the grind, and that's okay because we just adjusted a new stack. But I was minus 30,000 on that. So now we get into the series of bluff attempts in the tournament, which is to me the most exciting part about this whole episode, which is basically Miles versus Luke, guy who's become a friend of mine most recently. So a lot of the banter that goes back and forth, we are buddies. I'm not trying to get under his skin. But this hand starts very well for him because I triple barrel bluff him on a 7-5-4, 7-9 board. And we just barrel small, 1200, barrel bigger, 6500, and boom, 20,000 on the river, to which he tanks and tanks, thinks about calling, thinks about folding, and eventually calls correctly with the ace-5. And we have the king deuce of spades for a failed triple barrel bluff, which really factors into how this session is going to play out from here. However, I think it was a courageous bluff that I'm going to keep trying plays like this, and maybe stay away from Luke a little bit. All right, I want to talk a little bit about why we're bluffing some of these spots, especially in the early levels of the tournament. So as I said before, I'm really trying to accumulate chips, because as you know, the majority of the money in tournaments is on the final table. In these fields with 300 people, we need a lot of chips to win. And some people are looking to survive, a lot of people are, and we're looking to chip up and to win. And it starts with accumulating chips. So when I call from the small blind here, I'm not just calling to try to make diamonds or to try to gamble, if you will, but I'm looking for spots. As you can see on this hand, I flop a gut shot, and you know, most of the time people like to check to the razor. As you can see from other hands here, I'm doing a lot of leading into the field, especially multiple opponents, and it makes it difficult because now you're going to have to face multiple streets. We had the hand where I triple barrel bluffed, but the other big thing that it does is it allows us to get major value when we connect with the board, and it puts them on their heels. You know, if we hit something, we get paid, or we can fast play a hand and bet the heck out of it and get paid. So, you know, there's times we're check raising, and especially in a field that has a lot of recreational players, those leads can get through to your semi-bluffing and they just fold on the flop. So he calls, so now I'm putting him squarely on an ace. Ace 4-5, we have king 3 of diamonds, and I'm looking to pick up outs or to hit the straight on the turn. Perfect turn card, 7 of diamonds. We barrel again, and he folds ace jack. So we get through, we have, at that point, we have 12 outs, but we don't need to hit it when he folds. So I think these kinds of hands are key, that you're getting the best hand to fold by playing very aggressively. And then a few hands later, I picked up a real hand and got paid. So there we go. Everyday winning, and we'll keep grinding. Hopefully put a lot of chips in the bag.
3 again.
35. Here we go. One of the most exciting hands I've played in quite some time. Definitely my favorite one from day one. 10-9 suited, under the gun +1. We raise 2.5x. Luke calls. Jeff from the big blind defends. And it gets really interesting from here with a flop of Queen 7-7.
3 is in. Miles, your first.
35. Queen 7-7 flop. We do not like to see a raise versus our c-bet here. Standard c-bet, I like betting this spot. Very dry board. If he doesn't have a queen or a pocket pair, it's a good flop to continue on. And we don't like to see his raise, but I think a lot of times I'm gonna fold because we only have 10 high. But instead, versus his raise to 11,000, I decide to go for it and re-raise to 35,000. I know we couldn't get him to fold before, but maybe he'll fold now. All in.
All in, announce.
Not happy to see this call here. He's only got about 30,000 behind. He's called to 35,000. The pot is now over 75,000, and it's a very scary situation. But then the jack hits. We're open-ended. We go for plan B, shove it all in there, and go for it once again. All in.
All in, announce.
What do you have, 7-8?
I don't have a 7. Fuck, I'm snapping you off with a 7, dude. I'm not taking with a 7 there. You got 2 queens.
You hate folding, don't you? It's good for tournaments. You eventually.
There's just so much in the pot now. I just need to fold those.
You can go to the end tonight if you want. If we need to. If you want to go in.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Thank you, man.
Woo! You got him. We got him. Holy crap. Holy. That was a 4-minute hand. Nerve-wracking. Whew. Whew. We get the big bluff through. Total relief. You can hear it in my voice. I was ecstatic. Show the hand for many reasons. Luke and I are cool. I wouldn't show the bluff if I thought somebody was going to have an adverse reaction. But I'm very much setting this up for future hands, because in tournaments there are times where we want to get paid. And guess what? It's about to happen right now. The bluffs are going to pay off.
Open on 4.
Oh, yeah, I did. There. Take that. Oh. Oh, okay.
How much are you playing behind?
Grab this black too.
So here we are. We flopped a flush with the 7-5 suited. We're defending the blind versus an under the gun raise and a flat. So we go 3-way to the flop, flop the flush, and now we're just figuring out how we can get the money in and also how we can protect against another club coming. More importantly, how do we get the money in? So we check to the pre-flop raiser, and at this point you see me ask, how much do you have behind? One, I'm just trying to figure out how to structure the betting, but also to kind of get a read on him at the spot. Easy pile, we shove it all in, and very delighted to see that he calls with pocket tens, no club. Perfect situation.
Yeah,
What do you got, ace of clubs?
okay, that's all.
No club?
All in call.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I love it when a plan comes together. So the advertisement of the bluffs certainly has paid off and continues to, as you're about to see. My good friend Luke and I get involved in another hand here that you're about to see, where we have the ace queen. And remember, he's a little suspicious from earlier. So that certainly plays in. And on to the next hand. I was very fortunate that I started making hands after showing the bluffs from earlier. So this next hand, we're actually in the small blind against Luke, and we have a very strong hand that's worthy of a 3-bet, but we actually elect to flat call. He makes it a very sizable raise, bigger than normal, and we have him covered, and we're in a spot where I really like playing post flop in general, but I don't mind playing out of position with a hand that flops pretty well. We have ace queen, and as you see here, we flop top pair. It's a very strong board, queen, jack, 7. But because the pot was already big because of the raise size being relatively large, instead of checking to the raiser, I elect to lead into Luke here. I kind of take over the betting. Checking is fine here, but I also have no problem leading into this this board, which is very wet, very draw heavy. And also my hand is a little bit under-repped as far as being so strong, being ace queen, top pair, top kicker. And we bet 6,500 into right around 11,000. 6,500?
60.
Definitely not the turn we were looking for. Ace of diamonds on the turn. While we have made top 2 pair, the straight draw with king 10 just came in, as did the flush draw with diamonds. And so I elect to check here for multiple reasons. 1, pot control. 2, trapping, because we still have a really strong hand with top 2 pair. And also to induce a bluff from Luke in this spot, and maybe even get away if he does have king 10 or a flush on future streets. But in this case, we're very happy to see him check behind. Check. $16,000.
Call.
So with Luke checking back on the turn and with the safe card coming in on the river, we decided to go for value here and go a little bit on the large side, maybe even to look a little bit bluffy to try to get called by jacks, worse queens, things like that. So we bet on the river 16,000 into roughly 23. And very happy to get the call. And you can see Luke at this point is getting a little bit disheartened at this juncture, and we're chipping up and crushing.
Aces and queens.
Thank you.
Sit up in one.
Seat open.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay, we're on the final break. Coming in with 275,000 chips, about to come back to 3,000, 5,000, 5,000. There are 43 left out of 155 in this flight. And the hand that just happened that was wild, I had 10-9 of hearts. It was a multi-way limped pot. The guy limped in early position, which is why I was scared of this. We go 5-way to the flop. King, queen, jack, 2 diamonds. Flop the second nut straight. The guy leads for 7,000. It goes call, I just call. Everybody folds. So I'm thinking 2 things, pot control and trap. Want him to keep barreling and just get to the river. We're the 2 deepest stacks at the table. Turn is not a great card. 9 of diamonds brings the flush draw in. So now he leads small. Again, 7,000. Now that's a really small bet. So what I decided to do here is I block raise. Kind of the same idea as a block bet, because I slow down the action and get called by worse. But I find out if he has diamonds or potentially even ace-10. He tanks forever and calls. River brings a 6, black 6. He checks and I just check it back. We have showdown value. I don't see what he can call with. He rolls over king 7 of hearts for just top pair, and we make a really nice pot. And yeah, we're grinding to a big bluff. It's kind of been the day. A big bluff, a value bet, chip up. So 275 is a good stack. 3 more levels, bag some chips. Everyday win. We are approaching the end of the day. 30 players left out of 156. We just had a very, very erratic level, but mostly on the positive side. We chipped up to over 400,000. Average stack is 260. 30 left out of 156. My table now has Santi Poggi, Rick Leonard, Santi, Rick. Tough table. Everybody's just trying to get to the end of the day, though. No craziness. Run those hands by you in a minute. But yeah, 70 minutes left. 4 10 players. Good money. Just got situated at the table I moved to, but now our table broke. 27 left. 20 paid from this flight. We're playing 27 more minutes. 4,000, 8,000. We're just under 500,000. Oh yeah, that's Kevin Hollis. You remember him. Everyday winning. Let's go. Let's finish strong. So I'm going to show you 2 videos back to back. And this is the value of a big stack late in a day one, especially when people are trying to put chips in the bag. They're trying to get in the money. So we run into a spot with 2 pocket pairs back to back. And both of these hands end up being against Roger, who's in position. And he just ends up completely shutting down. And you can see from these boards that if he would have c-bet or even followed through on the turn with some of these with some aggression, he probably would have picked up these pots. But because we have him covered 2.5 to 1, and the player on my right also we have covered, you can tell they're proceeding with caution. And this really ends up helping because our pocket pairs end up getting to a showdown and winning the pot, where with these boards it would have been very hard to continue. So again, chip stack is a tool. Check.
Teenage boy at 19. Garth Brooks got farm handled. That's why he's a serial killer. Check.
That's a wild story.
It is really wild.
It's
It
really
really
interesting
is.
though.
You have heard of the conspiracy.
I've heard of the
Yeah.
conspiracy.
House Girl is a wild one,
It's
but
definitely entertaining. I don't know if it's real.
I mean, it's
You don't have to worry
All
about
right, day 2, here we go. We have 489,000 chips. Everybody's bagging and tagging, and there's 24 left out of 156. 325 is the average chip stack. Tomorrow's another flight. All those people will play, and then we'll see, I'd say roughly 325 to 350 players overall. Roughly 50 players left on Sunday. Day 2, scanning the room. These are the competitors that will be left.
Congratulations, everyone. Pleasure.
Let's go. Rock and roll on Sunday. All right, I'm here with the man, Will Wagner. We got to represent Missoula.
Yeah, we both
And on Sunday, we had a lot of great players. And there's one of them right there. But I'm sure a lot of them will make it through tomorrow.
Yeah, ton of them will.
So we got, hey, there's Jason. There's one of them.
Jason's gonna bag
tomorrow. You got a bag tomorrow, brother.
How about you guys? You did it?
We did, yeah.
Both of you?
400, and he's got 100. Thanks, buddy. He's got 189. I got 489.
Yeah. Way down from the high point. Had like 325 at the top, but you know.
Yeah, but we're in the game. We're close to the money.
In Sunday, there we go.
All right, this is the man. I'm rooting for him. And
there we go.
absolutely, let's go.
Let's go.
Everyday winning. And there's Mike Morgan.
Everyday winning.
Let's go.
Everyday
Nice
winning.
job, man.
What'd you finish with, Miles?
489.
There we go.
What, you about the same?
No. 489. 494.
Ah.
I beat Miles. I'm gonna make it work.
Let's go. All right, we'll be back on Sunday, you too, man. We'll be back on Sunday. Let's go. Everyday winning. 11 hours of poker. Back at the Airbnb. Good friend Tom found us a cool, cozy spot. Very Montanan. So yeah, back at it on Sunday with, I just saw the list, roughly 6th in chips out of 24 left. And then how everybody does tomorrow, we'll have another group of people advancing with us. And then, yeah, play for the final table, play for the win. Hopefully this can be my best Rough Rider finish yet. A great day, great turnout, and fantastic group. They run an awesome ship and a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the rundown of the hands and day of the life of a day 1 of a $500 tournament in Billings, Montana. Everyday winning. Okay, now for the biggest bluff of the tournament. This one could have sunk my final table hopes, but we'll get into the hand real quick. So we have King Jack offsuit under the gun. We're playing 6-handed because we're just 2 spots off the final table. I'm sitting about 400,000 under the chip average, playing aggressively. Raise under the gun. Good friend Ron, who you'll see an interview with in just a second, he calls in middle position. And we got Dave Mize, who calls out of the big blind. We go 3-way. It's a big pot already. Every pot is crucial. Flop comes 7 high, 7-5 deuce, 2 diamonds. Good flop to c-bet. We're also betting into 2 people, so we've got a little bit more credibility. I bet 40% pot. Boom, Ron calls right away. You'll see from the final table video, the guy does not like to fold. Comes around to Mr. Mize, who folds quite quickly. Now the pot is over 700,000 chips, and this is a huge pot and a key pot. Turn card, 3 of spades. I shut it down. It goes check, check. Now we're down to the river card, queen of diamonds. I take my last shot. I fire 340,000 chips on the river. Ron goes like this. He takes his plaques, 300,000. He's this close to calling. I say nothing. Just wait, and I'm about ready. We have king jack high. We have no shot. He's about to call, and all of a sudden, he just pitches his cards. And of course, boom, king jack right on the table. Pee Wee Herman, let's go. And we're at 1.4 million chips. If he calls, we're sitting there at about 360,000. Instead, I'm right about average going into the final table. And now we'll show you an interview between Ron and I as we both made the final table.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Ron. What's your last name?
Holmes.
Ron Holmes, where are you from?
Casper.
Casper, Wyoming. So we played an epic hand earlier.
Yep.
What happened?
Chased me out on my hand. Ace high.
I bluffed him on the river. Were you upset when I showed the king jack?
Nope.
No?
Can't get upset. Just play the card.
So he folded on the river. How close were you to calling when you moved those 340K?
That close.
So there's 775,000 in the middle. I bet 340 on the river. 7 high flop. Brick on the turn. Queen of diamonds on the river puts 3 diamonds on the board. We go for it. I only had 450,000 behind, and
I had an ace 7, I believe.
he folds.
Yep.
So anyway, but now he's crushing on the final table. He just had a huge double up.
Yeah.
We're gonna go first and second. I have a
There you
feeling.
go. That'd be
Go
nice.
get it, man.
Yeah,
Nice
cool.
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet
Good
you.
luck.
Appreciate it.
On the count of 3, guys, we're playing for 25K. Look so sad. Oh, Max last one close. There's a great photo of it, real. Last K on 3. 1, 2, 3.
That was
That's great. All right, guys. Good luck.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope there are some things that you learned about your next experience taking your run at the final table. And you'll see more of these hands as we get to the final table, and you'll see that we got to a $13,000 payday and a 4th place out of 349 players. And you'll see that in our next episode, how we walk our way through the final table.